not his thing. Speech is definitely not his thing. But he did agree to let me speak on both of our behalf. So here we are. I am standing. Kyle is strong, quiet, steady, until he drops a joke that only he finds funny, and then he laughs like it's the best thing he's ever heard. He can fix nearly anything with a zip tie and 10 minutes of thinking. He's incredibly kind, deeply loyal, and alarmingly good at keeping a house clean for someone who owns 2 dogs and a very organized toolbox. Yes! And when I met Kyle, I was not an easy sell. I had a little boy, Micah, who, by the way, is here today and not so little anymore. And I told Kyle from the start, we're a package deal. And Kyle didn't leap in with grand gestures or pretend to have it all figured out, but he stayed. He showed up and he listened. He let things grow naturally, which made it all more real. I want to tell you something I once read, something that stuck with me. They say that when you get those intense butterflies at the beginning of a relationship, it's not always love. It's your body warning you something might be wrong. But when your body feels calm, when your heart is at peace, that's when it's actually safe. And that's when it knows. That was Kyle. There weren't fireworks or palpitations, there was steadiness. There was comfort. There was the quiet magnetic pull towards him that didn't make me feel dizzy, it made me feel grounded. He pursued me gently, but with purpose. He danced with me in the kitchen to country music I used to pretend to hate. He brought me flowers for no reason, made me coffee before I even asked, and brought me to the riverbank after a date just to be romantic. And somewhere in between those moments, without even realizing, I knew this was it. This was home. So thank you again for being here, for loving us, for laughing with us, and for letting us know and letting us do this in our own untraditional, slightly sneaky way. We love you, and we're so happy that you're a part of our beginning. So thank you. Okay, so I am letting whoever wants to say anything to go ahead and speak up. I know that Mike wants to.
Well, I'm not going to be here too. I don't write things down. So brace yourself. So at the ceremony today, right before it started, Kyle was away from Alicia too much. And Alicia said, "Get over here." And he said, "Sorry." That's the first step of marriage. You apologize for not knowing what you did wrong. And you say, and you do what she says. 25 years. Happy wife, happy life.
Yes.
Now, this is a saying people say all the time, and some people think it's corny, but they say when you let something go, it's not working out. You let something go, if it comes back, it was meant to be. And if it doesn't come back, it never was. Well, this is a perfect example of something that nurtured over time, because Alicia asked me in the back, but she told me, "You knew we were going to do this, didn't you?" And I said, "Yes." And I told her when. It was about 3 years ago when they came over to our house for a Memorial weekend for our son. And she walked in with Kyle, and I went, "Whoa, what's going on here?" Because they had been together, then they kind of went their ways, separate ways, but they made their way back to each other. And at that point, I told her I knew that this was it. I could tell by the way Kyle was acting and the way they were being careful at first, because they've only been out for talking to each other for about a month or so. That's what they call it these days. But that's when I knew that they were going to stay together, and they've been together since. And I'm really proud of both of them, because I know dating's not easy, marriage isn't easy, marriage is another job. It is, but you both work at it, and you'll be happy forever. One last thing. Kyle, put your hand out. Alicia, put your hand in his. Kyle, put your hand on top of hers. Now, Alicia, tell him that you love him. No, don't put your hand on top.
Just kidding.
Kyle, tell her you love her. What you both witnessed is the last time he'll have the upper hand and the last word.